Wolves are. This is where it happens, and it does look like it will be where Wolves are, but they put themselves in a really good position, to be honest here, Q, with that Q.
All about this first fight, and where does it break down? Everyone playing oh so careful, but eventually it's a fight for second as SAUL will send and take down Wolves. Unfortunately, Sharky does fall during the mix, and Jesco sitting on pretty low HP as well. HABNW hasn't been able to recognize that it's a duo down below them, but for now, just simply waiting for the go-ahead to push down.
Not able to. Oh, they dropped. Does look like they're going to full send as well. Blackroad now moving down. He's going to take game number 1 here of our match day 1. Will we see SAUL get eliminated? Yes, we will. HABNW taking game number 1 here of split number 2 for APAC South. They're in a pretty good spot now as well. Now with the Gibby Bubble and Watson pylon out, they have time to try and set things up and try and stop this push as well from these teams on this western side.
I keep forgetting about the Pathy here for HABNW. I wonder if you try and utilize that zip for a quick push across towards GENG's position. Instead, GENG pushes all the way up towards the next door, and they're going to be sending shots across towards Fury. We had talked about, could anybody find a knock on a Fury? GENG might have just done that themselves.
My God, GENG just looked disgusting right now.
It's over.
The Prowler. Asia's just having way too much fun at the moment. This is a GG here for game number 2. GENG Esports going to be getting their name on the board earlier than expected here for Split 2 APAC South. And GENG have woken up with an absolute banger 18-kill victory in game number 2. Mate Dexter as they're looking to try and swing the corner. Bit of a crazy swing now, Phil, from Dexter. Maybe not needed as such. This is going to be pretty easy cleanup for Wolves, and that it is as GENG get eliminated. We have a top 4 situation, and Wolves still standing out here with 6 kills.
Able to get themselves pretty well reset as well. HABNW right now tasting blood, just trying to see if they can push themselves into a top 3 by playing as this rat here. Remember, they had really good points through 2, and it looks like Wolves gonna get eliminated. And there's a very good chance that the solo could very well pull off. Well, I was gonna say pull off a miracle, but they get found.
Yeah, no, it's going to be a Kurosami victory here. Zoyo, Ken, and crew going to clean up the last member here, but that is a pretty good game from HABNW because they have just put themselves in 3 games in a top 4 situation. To commit to one side of this fight at the moment, Q, it seems like they're a little bit on the back foot.
VKG, they always felt like they were a back half of these series sort of teams once those early legend bands came across. Here's Sheo, who will be able to at least find 1 full elimination. Allows for the shield swap as well. Kurosami still does sit on the other side as a duo. The question is who inserts themselves into the picture next. It looks like it's SMP who sends some shots across, and DCG is out.
Yeah, SMP. Down goes Sato, though. Mosu and Paddy Fan need to try and make their way in. They do. Kurosami get eliminated. It is now going to be a black hole versus SMP for our game number 4 victory. BJJ rotating in with the P20s in hand. He knows there's only 1 man left standing. This is an easy cleanup. Black hole take game number 4. And that is how you get it done on E-District. Wolves Esports set it up behind those rampart walls. Going to be a very hard spot to push. As we can see, the R9 shots coming out from Wen. Already 1,000 damage on the board for that man. And we can see QQ just doing what QQ does. And that is just roam the battlefield like he is the only one out there. He doesn't get shot and he makes his way back towards the lads here. With 3 squads left standing, CPR might be in a little bit of trouble with Wolves looking to try and take this win.
Keep looking at the solo from Razi, though. If they're able to play out of sight and out of mind, QQ has already stepped up to be able to help Wen and Crazy Kong in this fight with CPR. And while they might be able to take out CPR, has enough damage potentially be done where Razi can pull off the miracle. They try to pull off the instant push over the ceiling or over the ledge, but still gets chased down. And Wolves Esports take game number 5.
Finishes dying to zone. 2C1M now need to be aggressive. They're going up against GENG Esports, and out comes that kickstart, which is going to give Dexter and Asia the chance to get some KP. Out comes the bubble, which is beautifully done as well. And this is a GENG I'm so not used to seeing. Playing Gibby, but doing well at the moment, doing it. As we can see, Asia's, he's not stopping as there's only one team left in front of him, and that is SAUL still standing here in game number 6.
And you did mention, though, SAUL playing this as a duo, so as long as you can hold off through the bombardment here, which it does look like GENG is going to be able to do, it'll be that 3v2. Legacy opens up with some big damage on the Fold. Also on the second side, Israel's been able to find a knock, but I don't think it's going to be enough. It's GENG who come out on top in game number 6 to put themselves in the top spot for match day number 1.
A little bit early, but they will need to rotate in. Out comes this ultra Q. They will need to send. This is going to be the catwall coming out to try and save him for now. Down goes Easy Flash, though, and it looks like we've got a lot of fights happening on the other side as well, with PXX getting into it with Wolves Esports. Pricey flips the switch here, and now they are getting the cleanup on Dog Red. RRQ going to try and get the box reset. Dog Red down to a solo. While that all happened, PXX cleaned up Wolves Esports, and they have control of the east side of zone.
Well, they're going to be able to come up and clean out Dog Red, and they're still just the duo from RRQ down the low ground. No, they did stick the respawn, so the third player is back in. That being Easy Flash. Strafing Flame will be down, and it's PXX who were able to come in and get the cooking in game number 1.
The Crypto and the Seer for game number 1 and 2, and still doing such a great job.
They're still staying alive. RRQ down here on that low ground. It's still looking for that first elimination. Meanwhile, as it's Wolves that are on the hunt on the high ground, beaming their way on down. HABNW goes out in the 4 spot. Wolves waiting for their time to pounce on down and figure out which direction they want to play. They will be able to build some rather quick fortification once they do get into the low ground off of the back of that Newcastle and the Rampart. But the question is, what team's going to be looking their way, and can they get set up? Because it's RRQ who quickly pounces on them. Going to be able to find the first knock onto QQ, and the rest of the squad comes in and plays the cleanup. It's a fight for third, but Wolves Esports is able to hold it off, and they very well could turn things around. Instead, it's Mama Clubs who come out on top in game number 2.
And it is going to be Strafing Flame and the boys trying to figure out how they can get some KP on the board. QQ now moving on in as well. He's gone back to the burst. He's not using the auto. He's going to go down. Crazy Kong needs to get a reset. We're down to 4 squads, and Aram still standing. We also have SWQ and RRQ, but the only team with the most members left standing is going to be the SWQ boys. It's 3 men still out here with RRQ on the height as a solo.
The only trio that is left, it feels like they have to be favored to be able to pull this thing on back. No, yeah, Wolves are a full 3 as well, as they've been able to get back up the standing. They have the high ground. It's QQ who's able to find some big entry damage, but Crazy Kong still has full health, sitting on the other side of the fence, has the breach charge as well, uses the storm to their advantage, and Wolves take home the W in game 3.
APAC South, but it does always feel like they have a really good back end of games. It feels the Axel is used a little bit easier for them, and it should be an easy cleanup as Wolves Esports down to a solo. Asia's just going to send that man, and Wolves get eliminated. It is now Dog Red v GENG. Wait to see who's going to take game number 4.
At some point here, Dog Red have to push down to the low ground. The question is, can they find a way to do so safely or split up enough where they can catch GENG off guard? Because when they land, they'll have a second before that they can shoot, unless they do use that Ultra Q on down. But the Ultra Q essentially teleports their move, right? You'll see the kickstart gets sent down. Dog Red pushes their way on down. Asia's beaming with the Prowler. There's one player, though, that is still left up on the high ground. Eventually, they fall on down, and for GENG, it's GG here in game number 4.
ALGS Split 2. Putting the rampart walls out, trying to figure out how they're going to play it. Jackie O with the Prowler. I do love the Prowler, that it is absolutely insane when it is auto. But even the burst, as we've seen QQ, how good he is with it. And that Thermite's not the best throw, but that's all right. They'll still be able to hold down this. For now is RRQ looking to maybe swing and make it harder. But RRQ, they're in the best spot right now to try and get this game 3 victory, as Jackie O's trying to hold it down and the boys are rotating in.
Eventually, Aram and Orange need to take a fight. Aram's already had a knock. Orange looks like they're about to suffer one as well. All purples for RRQ as they'll be given the green light. Aram gets knocked out. They'll scale the wall. Second player knocked, and it's too easy for RRQ as they take home game number 5. Shut up.
Yeah, he was hiding pretty well inside there at the moment, and it don't seem like they really know either what to do. Down goes Lexon, though, as he's trying to make a play. Black Hole will understand that that is probably the best thing to happen for them, as PXX now looking to maybe try and clean up Fury.
Black Hole's trying to see if they can make something shake from the trenches, but this is going to be quite the crawl to be able to ascend over this hill and be able to make a push forward. Fury ends up being the first to fall, and now PXX are looking for the lone solo. We know where they are. Bayuna's just fallen back into the storm itself, and it will be PXX who find themselves victorious and push themselves and tie the top.
A very good side of things here today. Sitting in the top 5, they have 5 KP as well. Looking pretty good early.
They are looking dominant right now, looking to really make sure they get off to the hot start, and it's interesting where they're at in the zone, because right now there is going to be a fight over on the side where they're looking. 3 different teams are over there. BCG just got taken out by Titan Esports Club, and I believe that was CPR who was looking to pull up for the third party after they take out the fight with 2C1M. So as long as S8UL can control and continue to hold down this eastern side, CPR was going to have to push into Titan Esports Club. Titan Esports Club fighting for second.
This is going to be an S8UL victory here in game number 1, as there's only one man now left standing, and there's going to be Jesco coming in, cleaning it up. S8UL take game number 1. And I tell you what, all those S8UL fans will be pretty happy that they start off like this here in Matchday.
Club do have the high ground.
Here we go. CPR going up against Titan Esports Club, and we did say we wanted a massive day from CPR, and they're starting off pretty well here in these first 2 games. It is going to be a even 3v3 fight to see who can take the second game here on World's Edge. Bolin, King, CTL needing to try and hold it down here. Feels like it may take a while before this gets going.
A little bit of time until it'll be forced into one another. And while TEC was originally sitting up on the high ground, CPR is sitting more central, so they can try and lock things down with those fences. It's CPR who was able to land those first couple of shots, looks for the first knock. But as for now, I was going to say Titan Esports Club on their feet. CTL will be the first to fall, though.
Yeah, CPR going to clean this up. Crumbs gets the last kill. CPR will take game number 2. To look down and pick up some KP, and it's going to be No Name with that G7 in their hand that is going to try and get some more kills on his name. He has 2.7k damage, and he still has 10 people, sorry, on the battlefield to shoot at.
Yeah, they just have to make sure you don't drop too soon because they do own the high ground. They get to look down at literally all of the other 3 squads that are left. One of those 3 teams, though, is a squad that has been shooting dangerously here today in match day number 3. That's S8UL. They've been able to pretty well get fully reset here to a quick peek over by the Watson. Gonna be able to find a little bit of entry damage and gonna be able to find a knock here as well. Unfortunately, No Name has also fallen, but JR and company will help pull in and take down S8UL. It means SMP gets to come in on cleanup duty as they look to clean things up for the W.
And SMP are going to take our Game 3 victory and our last one on E District.
Them down. Crumbs will also fall, and now it's VKG that's going to be left in a 3v3 here with Dog Red.
Man, what a game by Crumbs. Before he just died, he had 5 kills with 2.8k damage, I'm pretty sure. That is a huge game, and like I said, I was going to keep my eyes on him to see if he can keep it going for his crew. And at the moment, that guy is farming in this B vs C lobby. Talking about a team that now have things going. It felt like VK Gaming just needed a few reps up their sleeves to see if this team could really do something in split number 2. They are currently sitting in 2nd spot here for this game 4, looking to try and get back-to-back good games. This one here, they can actually try and get the win, and you can see the shots from No Name. That's going to be an easy cleanup. One more man left standing. VKG will take game number 4, and they get their name on the winning side of things. This time, 5 squads still standing. As we can see, Dog Red still putting the pressure in onto Boshu. Down goes King MSG, and it will be Killerpos sending it with the Pathfinder. Beautiful job with the Q. He's going to clean up to Boshu. We have 4 squads left. Dog Red need to get a reset, and 2C1M understand they're going to move up. Clean up Dog Red. There's only 1 man left standing, and while this is all happening, RRQ, I'm pretty sure, is still underneath as a solo. It's a 1v2 situation, and I would not be surprised if somehow Easy Flash wins this.
It's going to be so tough, though. Playing from the low ground has to give away their position if they are going to be able to get to the high ground, because you don't have anybody with any sort of verticality movement. Instead, you got 2 players that can just drop on down and beam. You almost find a way to get 1, but it's 2v1, and it's 2C1M that come out on top in game number 5. A bloody game 6. They're in the top 4 situation now
As we can see, S8UL, well, they have their hands full. Beautiful shots by Legacy. They will get one of the members down from Titan Esports Club. They will get 2 and 3, and they are out of here. 2 more squads left, and that is going to be S8UL VDCG. S8UL, though, no matter what happens here, will be taking the match day 3 victory. As we can see, though, S8UL, they're in some serious trouble as DCG have the best position to hold this team out for now.
Yeah, Lilsan's getting relatively low on health, but they've already found a few knocks, and now Roy and company will push up to give Lilsan the support that's needed for DCG to take yet another game number 6 here in the ALGS to be able to help save their day here in match day 3.